headed out to Fish Creek Wash to meet up with Mike. We've got that class going on today. It's going to be pretty cool, and so stay tuned. I think we're going to hit a couple of trails, nothing major today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be teaching a lot of new people, or slightly new people, how to do some basics for off-roading and stuff like that. Take them on some easier trails to start with, and then gradually we're going to work our way up. All right, guys, stay tuned. Here we have a little Volkswagen invasion. I have never seen so many vintage Volkswagen campers running back to back like that. It's truly a sight to see. Those things are pretty rare in the first place. To see this many of them going by is a pretty rare sight.
There's a whole gambit of things, okay? I am a cop, so I have to talk about it every once in a while, but no one will probably ever pull you over for it. But anything above your headlights needs to have a cover by law. So if you end up getting a big bar or you get the light here, I wouldn't ever recommend getting the light on here on your hood, because all it does is project light right onto your hood and then back.
Okay guys, so we're on our way to Fonts Point right now. We'll be riding our first trail today. I'm not sure that we'll get another one in today, but we may possibly. But anyway, we should be there. GPS says we'll get there in about 30 minutes. So we'll let you know and touch base whenever we get there. So at the beginning of Fonts Point, we taught everybody a little bit more about airing down, and then we headed on out to the trail a little bit. Fonts Point's really a very easy trail. Anybody can do it. You would need four-wheel drive just to make sure you don't get stuck in sand, but other than that, it's pretty easy and a real good trail to get started on. It really does have some beautiful views out here. It's sitting up top, and you can see down into all those canyons. I'm pretty sure one of those back in there was where we got lost not too long ago. This is a geological marker from 1992, I believe is what it said, from San Diego County. It's for doing surveys and that kind of thing, I do believe. But like I said, you can see all down in those canyons. It's pretty amazing. So here we're wrapping up the end of the Fonts Point Trail. We're all just heading back now, and like I said, anybody with a stock four-wheel drive can do this. This is a very beginner-friendly, kind of get your feet wet, learn how to put your vehicle in four-wheel drive kind of trail.
So from here, we're going to head out to a little bit more difficult trail, not much, but a little bit, of Slot Canyon. So that'll be what's coming up here in just a moment. Here we are at Slot Canyon. This is the beginning of it. It's also a very easy trail, but it has this little, nice little downhill right here where you really need to learn to control your speed a little bit, because you can get sliding around a little bit like you was right here. But we also encourage them to play around with it a little bit so they can get the feel for it. And I believe that's what he was doing right there. I believe he was in control pretty much the whole time, but it was a lot of fun for the guys to come down this trail for the first time. So the guy in the forerunner that's coming down right here, he actually did some of the photos that you'll see later on in this video. And you can see more of his stuff if you go to Instagram and check him out on Team Camp Life and World Lens View. He's got some pretty good photos that he puts out, and nice little clips and stuff like that. So check him out. Here we got old Mongo coming down. A good course wouldn't be complete without a comms guy coming in and telling us all about the comms. And Mongo, he did a pretty good job with that during the class. So I want to give a big shout out to Mongo for doing that. We really appreciate all you do with comms. And he is also our paramedic. So that's great too. That guy on the motorcycle felt the need to dust me up pretty good, but that's all right. So as you come down this hill, you'll bear off to the right just a little bit, and there will be a nice little slot canyon, which is what we're fixing to go do, that you can hike around to. There's also a pay area where you can park and everything like that. We didn't go to the pay area. We just wanted to hike in ourselves. Here is the itsy bitsy Ellie, and she is sporting some booties, as you can see. She's having a heck of a time walking around in them. But it was really beautiful back here. It was just some beautiful rock formations and everything. I highly recommend you check it out. Just of note, the farther you go in here, the tighter it actually gets. So as you continue down the trail, it's just going to get a little bit more narrow and a little bit more narrow. And then eventually it will open back up and come out the other side. But it is going to get kind of narrow. So when you're taking kids down through there, just be aware so that you can keep a hold of them. You might want to put them on a leash or something. Just kidding, maybe. So this last part of the trail gave them the opportunity to experience just some mild rocks and off-camber kind of stuff. Nothing major or anything like that. Like I said, this is just getting everyone used to it and kind of give them a chance to go over some rougher terrain and things like that. So anyway, it was a really good time and I had a lot of fun. So it was a great ending for the night with this kind of sky that we had. It was just absolutely gorgeous. After this, we just kind of sat around, ate, and talked for a while until about, I don't know, probably somewhere around 11 o'clock. And then little did I know that there was going to be a great big surprise waiting for me here in the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours. So hang in there and you'll get to see. This episode is fixing to come to a close with this, but just remember it will be continued in the next video, so you need to hang in there and check it out.
So crap and piss is everywhere.